Hey baby, you drove me crazy. Heaven knows that enough is enough. Always screaming, never pleasing. No matter what I do you wrong. Oh, so wrong. Going nowhere, stuck in first gear. Silence always dragging us down. What about me? Where does this pathway lead? Tell me what about us? Why did we make such a fuss? Everybody tells me that it's gonna be fine, but they're all on the outside. But what about me? Can I find release? It's not a crazy scheme. Tell me what about me? Hello everybody, Lucas Haneman here. Welcome to this week's episode of the show, which is all about what was the guitar that made you want to play in the first place. I want to know in the comment section below. I want to know what the guitar was that made you want to go down the crazy path of being a musician and trying to master this instrument, which is, in my opinion, impossible to master, you know. Oh, man. This guitar is that guitar for me. If you guys look at the thumbnail to this video, there's a picture of me when I was like 6 months old. My father's holding this guitar, and I'm reaching my arm around this guitar trying to reach the strings, and I just can't fully get there. Oh, man. So, to me, that's a testament that even from that age, I wanted to play this guitar and the guitar in general. And the amazing thing is that it's kind of come full circle now for me, too. This guitar was at my father's house for a long time, and he wasn't playing it. He actually recently picked himself up an Eastman travel guitar. So a couple months ago, I stole this guitar from his house, and he said, yeah, don't worry, take it for a while. And so it's actually really funny. I've been writing songs on this guitar now for the first time since I was like 18 or something, maybe even younger than that. So it's really nice to kind of rebond with this old instrument, you know. This is a 1974 Yamaki guitar. Now, Yamaki guitars were made in Japan at the famous Nippon Gaki factory. And they are widely regarded as like Martin killers and Yamaha killers, you know. In fact, Yamaki got in trouble with both of those companies, Martin and Yamaha, for making guitars that were, you know, infringing on their, you know, trademarks, all that kind of stuff. I think Martin was just upset because Yamaki was making a guitar that sounded so good for such an amazing price, you know. This guitar sounds great for strummy stuff. It also sounds amazing, you know, for the fingerstyle stuff. And my dad's a big fan of James Taylor. And I guess because it's got a cedar top, this guitar always reminded me a bit of, you know, James Taylor kind of stuff. The secret of life is enjoying the passage of time. Any fool can do it. There ain't nothing to it. Nobody knows how we got to the top of the hill. You know, it's just a really, really wonderful guitar for fingerstyle playing, you know. It sounds great without the capo, too. And right now it's got dead strings, and I kind of like that, you know, old guitar with dead strings, you know, beat up guitar with beat up strings. This guitar certainly has seen its fair share of battles, you know, either from me, from my dad. My dad used to take this to parties before I was born. And God knows what happened at those parties, Man, what a cool guitar. And it's got this big chunky V-neck, which, I think this neck on this guitar has always made me love guitars with big necks. And, the quality of the wood that people were using at that time was just really, really amazing. This wonderful Canadian red cedar top here is beautiful. And the back and sides of this guitar are the most gorgeous piece of rosewood that I've ever seen in my life. Some people think that the back and sides of this guitar might be that famous kind of jacaranda rosewood, which is otherwise known as Brazilian rosewood, because it's got this really nice streaking in it. And it's just beautiful, kind of chocolatey brown with kind of purples in it. It's just really, really nice. And the other thing about this guitar that I love, that I absolutely adore, is its case. Guys, check this out. This is really, really amazing. This leather case was the original case that the guitar came in. And just as much as I remember the guitar when I was a kid and the sound of it and how it made me want to start playing, I remember looking at this case. Because look at the inside of this case. Look at that. It's this beautiful, it could have only come out of the 1970s, right? It's like this weird yellowy, orangey, fluorescent color. Man, I'm visually impaired. I can barely see anything, but I can see this case. And, I remember when I was a kid falling asleep inside this guitar case, that kind of thing. Man, really, really cool. So I want to know in the comment section below, please do let me know, what was the guitar that made you want to start playing in the first place? Was it a guitar that a family member owned? Was it maybe a guitar that you saw on TV or in a movie? Please do let me know what the instrument was that started you on this crazy, crazy journey. That's about it for this week. Please do like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. We'll see everybody again next Tuesday.